हरि ओम। ओम ओम श्री गणेशाय नमः। ओम श्री हिरण्यगर्भाय नमः। ओम श्री महाविष्णवे नमः। ओम श्री महादेवाय नमः। ओम श्री महादुर्गायै नमः। ओम श्री रामाय नमः। ओम श्री सद्गुरवे नमः। ओम सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांतिः। ओम गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुरेव परब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं। भवानी शङ्करो वन्दे श्रद्धाविश्वासरूपिणौ याभ्यां विना न पश्यन्ति सिद्धाः स्वान्तस्तमीश्वरम्। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीतायाः पतये नमः। बुद्धिर्बलं यशोधैर्यं निर्भयत्वमरोगताम् अजाड्यं वाक्पटुत्वं च हनुमत्स्मरणात् भवेत्। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ओम नमः शिवाय 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 ओम नमः शिवाय। नमः पार्वती पतये। हर हर महादेव। हरि ओम हरि ओम। Let us chant the Shanti mantra. Om आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि वाक् प्राणश्चक्षुश्रोत्रमथो बलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्मोपनिषदं माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्यां मा ब्रह्म निराकरोत् अनिराकरणमस्त्वनिराकरणं मे अस्तु तदात्मनि निरतेय उपनिषत्सु धर्माः ते मयि सन्तु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. We shall chant from 6th mantra. Tadha tadvanam nama tadvanam iti upasitavyam saya etadevam vedabhihainam sarvani bhutani samvanchanti. Upanishadam bho bhrūhiti uktat upanishad ब्राह्मी वावत उपनिषदम् अब्रूमेति तस्य तपोदमकर्मेति प्रतिष्ठा वेदा सर्वांगानि सत्यमायतनम्. So after telling the beautiful story of the Yaksha, the Upanishad now conveys certain upasanas which when we do purifies our mind and tune us to that Brahma. So Adhyat Adidaiva upasanas were mentioned, which can be done with the help of taking the support of the lightning and the blinking of the eyes. Then the Adhyatma Upasana was conveyed by taking support of the mind, and the Nama Upasana taking support of the beautiful name of Brahma as Tadvanam. So Tadvanam means Tasya Vanam. Vanam means most worshipful, most lovable for all beings. So this Brahma is the most worshipful and lovable for all beings. But we may say that we don't know this Brahma, then how can we love this Brahma? This Brahma is our own self. The Pratyek Atma is the self which is experienced by all when we, without any upadhis, when we are in deep sleep. So that is experience without upadhis in deep sleep, but along with upadhis in the waking and dream. So all the time we experience ourself. We are our own self. Though we don't know it, we have not realized it. But in general, we know about that self. And everyone has got that love for one's own self. And that self is Brahma, which is also named as Tadvanam. So when we do upasana of that Brahma with the help of this name Tadvanam, we slowly start identifying with Brahma, and as the Pratyekatma is dear to each one of us, that upasak also becomes dear to all, and all beings also pray to this upasak to fulfill their desires. So after conveying this beautiful Nama Upasana, the Upanishad in the next mantra the student asks the teacher that please teach us Upanishad. Upanishadam bho bruhiti means please teach us if anything else is remaining, whether this Brahma Vidya is complete in itself to give us moksha, or are there any accompanying karma or sadhana to be done along with Brahma Vidya. So Brahma Vidya is Upanishad. So the teacher says, I have revealed the Upanishad. The Brahmi Upanishad, Upanishad regarding Brahma, is already revealed. Brahmi Vavate Upanishadam Abrumeti means there remains nothing more to be revealed. Brahma Vidya by itself is complete. But in order to gain this Brahma Vidya, we should have certain qualities. In order to appreciate this Upanishad, that is Brahma Vidya, we should have certain qualities in us, and without those qualities, we will not be able to comprehend this Brahma Vidya. So in order to reveal the sadhana which will help us to acquire those qualities, there is this next mantra. So tasyai tapodamak karmeti pratishtha vedaha sarvangani satyam ayatanam. So for that Brahma Vidya, the foundation, pratishtha, the very support are these sadhanas, tapo, dhamma and karma, the threefold sadhanas, as well as the Veda along with all the angas, all the limbs. So tapaha is sharirik, vachik, mansik tapas, which help us to tune ourselves to that Brahma. So with the body we do seva, our speech should be controlled, our mind should be made calm, peaceful, and that is tapas. So tapas is very important sadhana to reduce all our papa karma and to purify our antakarana. Then another sadhana mentioned here is dhammaha. Dhamma is self-control, control of our senses. So karmendriyas, jnanendriyas should be under our control. Karmendriyas, jnanendriyas are connected to our antakarana. And if we want to use our antakarana for meditation, for contemplation, then if the senses are not under control, they will one will not be able to utilize them properly. It's like the horses are reined to the chariot, and if the horses are restless, then the chariot also will become unsteady, and the person sitting in the chariot will also become unsteady. In the same way, the senses are like horses, our body is like a chariot, and we are the one who are sitting inside. So if horses are not under control, then the chariot will not be controlled. So dhammaha is very important, control of our senses, karmendriyas, jnanendriyas. Then karma. Karma is also important foundation. Our spiritual sadhana begins by making our karma proper, our actions. Because actions are the outer expressions of our vasanas, of our desires. Only when we act, we convey what is there within. When we are in deep sleep, we don't act, but when we are awake, we act. Our actions are the expressions of our desires. So in order to purify our desires, purify our mind, we should organize our karma properly. And that is conveyed by the Shastras as the path of Karma Yoga. So in Bhagavad Gita also Bhagavan elaborately talks about Karma Yoga. So in this Karma Yoga, the first thing is that we have to do our duties. Should have that Kartavya Buddhi. Should recognize what are our duties as per our Varna, Ashrama, age, gender, and the society in which we are living. We have to recognize what exactly are our duties, and those duties should be fulfilled properly without attachment. So with Asanga Bhavana and Samatva Buddhi, Asanga Buddhi, Samatva Buddhi, one should perform those actions, and those actions should be dedicated to Ishvara. So Ishvara Arpana Buddhi, and whatever result comes, we should accept that those results as prasad. So should have that prasada buddhi. So with this attitude, when we do this sadhana of karma yoga, it further purifies our antakarana. Then the word iti means etc., means other sadhanas which are mentioned in our Shastra. Again, in Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan talks about the various values in 13th chapter, in 12th chapter, in so many other chapters also. Bhagavan talked about the values which we should cultivate, like amanitvam, adambitvam, ahimsa, kshantir, arjavam. So when we develop these qualities, we become fit to comprehend Brahma Vidya. So these are like pratishtha. Pratishtha also means the feet. Shankaracharya ji writes in his commentary कि प्रतिष्ठा पादौ इव अस्याः तेषु हि सत्सु प्रतिष्ठति ब्रह्म विद्या pravartate padbhyam iva purushaha. That this pratishtha is like foundation, like feet. So only on our feet we stand and we move. In the same way, the Brahma Vidya also stands firmly on this sadhana, and when we have this, the Brahma Vidya also moves. So we will be able to acquire that Brahma Vidya when we have this, cultivate this sadhana. Then the most important other means are Vedaha and Sarvangani. Vedaha, the four Vedas, Rig Ved, Yajurved, Samaved, Atharva Ved, and the Anga, the six Anga, so Shiksha, Vyakarana, Nirukta, Jyotish, Kalpa, and Chand. These are also Pratishtha, the feet. See, let us today talk more about this Vedas and the importance of this Vedas. Because Vedas are Praman for Dharma. Dharma and Adharma we come to understand from the Vedas, and Brahma also we come to know from the Vedas. See, the whole thing is that we have to understand this Brahma, we have to know this Brahma, and that knowledge of Brahma only will make us free of this samsara. Brahmavid apnoti param. Only by knowing this Brahma we will become free. That is the teaching of the Shastra. But how can we know this Brahma? we have this way of knowing this world. So we gain knowledge of the world through our senses, and when we make use of our mind, our intellect, we gain the knowledge of this world. So there are these 4 pramanas which help us to understand this world. Pratyaksha praman is the main thing. Pratyaksha means through our senses. Through our senses only we know the world which is around us. Whether human beings or animal, birds, plant, whoever have these senses, they know the world through the senses. The first step in knowing the world is through the senses only, the perception. So we see, hear, taste, touch, smell this world. So that is called Pratyaksha Praman. Then there are those things which we can't see directly, but we can infer. By seeing something else, we can infer and gain that knowledge. Like we see smoke, then we infer that there must be fire. How did I infer? Because I have seen smoke and fire together. So when I see smoke, I know that there must be fire. So that is called inference. It is called Anuman Praman. Then we know things by comparison. We compare. Certain things we have seen and experienced, and we gain the knowledge of those things, and we see similar things somewhere else, then we know that it must be same. So through comparison, we gain knowledge. Then through assumption, means we see something, then we assume, we form some hypothesis, then we do some experiment, and when that experiment, through that experiment, if it is proved right, then we gain knowledge of that. So through it is called Arthapatti. So these are the 4 means of knowing which we have. But can we know Brahma with these 4 means? We cannot know this Brahma with 4 means. Why? Because these 4 means which are there, in this there are triputis, there are triads involved. 3 things involved. The things which we know, like this object is there, then it's that knowable object, then I, the knower, and the knowledge. So knower, knowledge, and the known. These are called triads. So whatever we know in this world, it is known through these triads only. But that Brahma is beyond these triads. So how can there be anything beyond these triads? Yes, it is there, and that is Brahma. And that, very interestingly, we experience also. When we are in deep sleep, these triads are missing. There are no knowable objects in deep sleep. The world is not there. Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha is not there. Then the knower is also not there. Because with respect to the known only, I become the knower. But there is no known, so there is no knower also. And the knowledge is also not there. Therefore, the knower, known, and knowledge have merged, have dissolved. But that in which these 3 dissolves is the Pratyak Atma, is Brahma. Pratyak Atma, which is Brahma, is one in which the triads get dissolved. means there is no knower, there is no knowing, and there is no known. All three have merged into it. See, for example, we go to the beach and we prepare we make some castles there, sand castles. We use the sand and make the castles. After making the beautiful castle, we also make the king, the queen, and all the soldiers and horses. So everything is made with the sand. But then suddenly the wave comes and flattens the whole thing. So when everything gets flattened, where is that castle? It gets dissolved into that sand. Where are the king and queens? They also get dissolved in the sand. Where are the horses? They also get dissolved. So only sand remains, which is the very source, which is the very upadan karan of that castle and king and queen and horses and all. Similarly, Brahma is the upadan karan of this world. Brahma is the upadan karan of everything. So we experience myself as the knower, and we experience this world as the known. This knower is also Brahma, and this known is also Brahma. But that Brahma is not recognized, is subtle, is not, it is beyond all what you call comprehension. So when we are in deep sleep, everything gets dissolved in that deep sleep. There is no knower, there is no knowing, and there is no known. Means all become one. All become Brahma only. So that Brahma is very subtle and it cannot be comprehended with any worldly means. The eyes do not reach there. Therefore, it cannot be seen nor can be inferred. So what is the way to know this Brahma? The only way to know this Brahma is through the Vedas. So Vedas are the Praman. This Praman is also called Agama Praman. And it's an independent Praman. It doesn't depend on perception or inference or anything else. It's an independent Praman. And what is the beauty of these Vedas? These Vedas are, I have mentioned before also many times, Anadi, Ananta and Apaurusheya. Anadi means beginningless, means causeless. Ananta means vast, infinite. And Apaurusheya means not a product of human intellect. See, this is mentioned in the Vedas themselves. In Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, there is a beautiful mantra which says, Ki asya mahato bhutasya nishvasitam etat yad rugvedo yajurvedah samavedo atharva angirasah. Like that it is mentioned, this mantra in Brihadaranyaka 2.4.10. What it means? That these Vedas are like the Nishvasitam, the outbreath of that supreme reality, that Brahma. Just as the whole world has come from Brahma, remains in Brahma and again merges back into Brahma, similarly with the creation of this world, the Vedas are also born, they are also sustained, and they also get dissolved in Brahma. When the whole creation happens, the first being to be born is Hiranyagarbha. And Hiranyagarbha receives this Veda from that Ishvara. Hiranyagarbha receives this Veda from Ishvara. Om yo vidadhati purvam yo vedansha prahinoti tasmai tam hadevam atma buddhi prakasham mumukshurvai sharanamaham prapadde. So one who gives these Vedas to Hiranyagarbha, Ishvara, from Ishvara only, the Vedas are received by Hiranyagarbha. And Hiranyagarbha, from Hiranyagarbha's mind only, the great rishis are born, the Sapta rishis. And the Sapta rishis, they also receive these Vedas from Hiranyagarbha. And through the Sapta Rishis also further the Guru Shishya Parampara continues, and the Vedas get transmitted from the Guru to the Shishya. The Vedas are only heard; they are not printed or written or read, but they are heard. Therefore, they are also called Shruti. So there are these four main Vedas, Rig Ved, Yajur Ved, Samaved and Atharva Ved. Rig means like poems with specific meters. So in Rig Ved, most of the mantras are in a specific meter, therefore they are called Rig Ved. In Yajur Ved, there are no specific meters, are not there. So that is why they are classified as Yajur Ved. And in Samaved, these mantras are sung, so they are called Samaved. Sama mantras, Yaju mantras, Rig mantras. So three types of these mantras are there in these four Vedas. And they are the Praman. Because as I said, in Brahma there are no Triputis. So our senses, our mind cannot penetrate and know that Brahma. But still we can know with the help of the Vedas. But how does the Vedas teach us this Brahma? How does Upanishad teach us Brahma? The method is from the known, that unknown is revealed. We know this world, we use our mind, our intellect. So from what we know, that which is unknown is revealed. That is the method. That is the method generally we use in this world also. That if we want to convey something unknown, we take the help of the known. Even a new language, if you want to learn, you let us say you want to learn you go to a new place. So you want to learn that language. You know Hindi, but you want to know Tamil. So you buy a book, Hindi and Tamil, and then you go there and you want to convey some word. So you see what it means in Hindi and then see what is written there against it. So like that, from the known, we come to understand the unknown. So here Brahma is also unknown. So through the known, and what is known, this world is known. So outwardly we know the world. And what do we know about the knower? We know ourselves as Karta, Bhokta, Jnata. So I know myself as the knower, doer, enjoyer. And I know this world of Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. So taking support of this world, that Brahma is indicated as the Upadan Karan of this world. Means Brahma is that from where the world has come, world is sustained and world get dissolved. That is called Brahma. And through me also that Brahma is indicated, that Brahma is that which is not the knower, not the doer, not the enjoyer, devoid of all upadhis, which is experienced in deep sleep, that Pratyek Atma is indicated as Brahma. We know Pratyek Atma, but we don't know that Pratyek Atma is Brahma. So that Pratyek Atma is indicated as Brahma, as Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. So the Upanishads use the technique of from the known to the unknown. Also the Upanishad use the technique of Adhyarop and Apavad. Means the Upanishad purposely assumes something based on our present knowledge. We as jivas, we have done adhyas, means we have wrong notions about the world and about ourselves. We have wrong notions about the world. We don't know that world is Brahma. Therefore we imagine all sorts of things about the world. And we have wrong notions about ourselves. We don't know that I am Brahma. So we imagine ourselves to be Karta, Bhokta, Jnata. So this wrong notion is called Adhyas. So in order to remove this Adhyas, the Upanishad use the technique of Adhyarop and Apavad. Means they assume some assumptions are given by the Upanishads, and then systematically those assumptions are negated and only Brahma remains. So that technique is called Adhyaropa and Apavad. So these four Vedas are there which conveys the knowledge of Dharma as well as Brahma. Because Dharma is also Atindriya. Dharma also cannot be known. Because the relationship of karma and the result of karma is mysterious, cannot be known. Therefore, we don't know what is punya and we don't know what is papa, because the connection is not known. Very mysterious. Certain karmas, the Vedas say, these are punya. It will give you punya, and in future it will give you good result. But we don't know what is the connection of this punya karma with that result. How it gives. What is the connection? The Vedas say you take a dip in Gangaji, you will become pure. It says you do this yajna, you will acquire punya, you will go to Swarga. So we don't know the connection. So this knowledge of this dharma as well as adharma, why certain things are called papa, we don't know, but Vedas tell us. So the knowledge of dharma, adharma, we come to know from the Vedas, and the knowledge of Brahma we gain from the Vedas. Therefore, the Vedas are the praman, agama praman. So they are the firm foundation. Without the help of Vedas, we will not gain Brahma Vidya. But these Vedas have 6 limbs. Just as our body has got these various limbs, and when we have these limbs, we can function well through this body. Similarly, the Vedas are like the body, and the limbs are there. With the help of these limbs only the Vedas, they function. So what are the limbs? So there is this one limb called Shiksha. Shiksha is like the nose. See, if through nose we not only breathe, but we also get the sense of smell. But breathing is very important, which we do through our nose. If our nose is blocked, then we will have trouble. In emergency, we can breathe through our mouth, but normally we breathe through our nose. So nose is very important to keep us alive and to give us nourishment. Similarly, this shiksha is like the nose of this Veda. So what is siksha? Means what is involved in siksha? Again, about this siksha, it is mentioned in Taittiriya Upanishad. There is a mantra in Taittiriya Upanishad which talks about this siksha. Om Shiksham Vyaakhyasyamaha Varnaswaraha Matrabalam Samasantanaha Ityuktaksi Ikshadhyayaha. Like that, this mantra is there, which talks about 6 aspects of this siksha, which help us to understand the Vedas. The Vedas are expressed in Sanskrit language. Sanskrit is also called a Devavani. It is one of the most beautiful and the most scientific language. And in language, there are those varna, the alphabets. So there are these alphabets in Sanskrit. There are the vowels and the consonants are there. And there are these vowels and consonants are conveyed in 14 sutras. These 14 sutras are called Maheshwara Sutra. Maheshwara Sutrani, like that it is called. You can check it on the net also. So these sutras are there, which conveys these swaras like u, ri, a, e, I, o, and all those swaras are there, and the vyanjanas are there, ka, kha, ga, ga, na, cha, cha, ja, ja, na, and all the vyanjanas. The consonants are there, and based on this swaras and these varnas only, the different words are made and different sentences are made. So the knowledge of this varna is very important, and it is very scientifically presented. So there are those words which are uttered from our throat, like ka, kha, ga, gha, nga, then cha, cha, ja, ja, nya, ta, ta, dha, da, na, ta, ta, dha, da, na, pa, pha, ba, bha, ma, ya, ra, la, va, sa, sha, sha, ha. So like that, these consonants are there. Based on from where they are uttered, they are into different groups. So this knowledge of this varna is very important, because without those varna we will not understand what the Vedas are saying. Just as when we go to school, the first thing we learn are the alphabets. Only after knowing the alphabet we can know to read, write and all. So shiksha means that which has to be learnt first. So first we should learn to know Vedas, we should know the varna. So varna, and this 14 sutras, according to tradition, it is believed that Shiv Bhagwan, Shankar Bhagwan, he played his dambru 14 times, and through this dambru, these 14 sutras came out. And based on these 14 sutras, the entire Sanskrit grammar is written by Panini. It's called in 8 adhyay, in 8 chapters he has written Therefore, they are called Ashtadhyayi, and they are the most wonderful, most scientific, like mathematics. In order to learn the Sanskrit grammar, one has to go through it for some at least 12 years. Most fascinating, actually. So Varna is the alphabets. So Om Shiksham Vyaakhya Syamaha Varna Swaraha. Then another thing is Swara. The Vedas are chanted in some Swara. Saptaswara. Sa re ga ma pa dha ni sa ni da pa ma ga re sa. So these saptaswaras are there. So each and every letter of the Vedas are chanted in a particular swara. And wherever they are chanted in the same way. Therefore the Vedas are not human product, because they are entirely chanted with same swaras. Nowadays also we have people compose something and they give it tune also, but it keeps on changing. But the swaras of the Vedas have never changed. So they are called swaras. So certain words are chanted at higher scale. In English it's called scale. So higher scale, middle scale, lower scale. Like we chant Purusha Suktam. Om Sahasrashirsha Purushaha Sahasrakshas Sahasrapad Sabhumim Vishvato Vritva Atyatishtat Dashangulam. Some are chanted at higher scale, some middle scale, some lower scale. So they are called swara. So Varna, Swaraha, Matra. Matra means the scale. Like we have chanted this mantra here, which talks about the Adesha, the Upasana, like Vidyutada. So Matra, some are chanted with a Rasva, Dirgha, Pluta. Like Om is chanted Pluta, Om. There are certain words which are chanted with Rasva. Then there are some which are chanted Dirgha. Like Shiksha, it is said. So, Om Shiksham Vyaakhya Syamaha Varnaswaraha Matrabalam Samasantanaha. So they are called Matra. In one Matra, two Matra, three Matra. So that three number is given means three Matra. So Varnaswaraha Matra Balam. Balam means strength. Certain words are pronounced with more emphasis, with strength. And certain words are pronounced with lesser strength. So that is also determined, that is also fixed in the Vedas. Those who chant the Vedas, they have to chant it in the same way. Because the stress which you give to certain words also convey different meaning. Like in our day-to-day life also, when we have to stress on certain things, we use more stress on those words. Like if you want with anger, you tell somebody to get out, you use more stress on those words. Get out! So that is called Balam. So Varna, Swaraha, Matra, Balam, Sama. Then all these mantras have to be chanted with same voice. Saman, with Saman gap. Not that you chant something briefly and then go slow and all. It has got same rhythm. Om Sahasrashirsha Purushaha Sahasrakshas Sahasrapad Sabhumim Vishvato Vritva atyatishtat dashangulam. Same. Not that Om Sahasra Shesha Purusha Sahasraksha Sahasrapa. The speed should not change. It should be in the same speed it should go. That is called Sama. Then there is something called Santanaha, which also has to be learned. Means there are certain mantras which have to be chanted in one breath. Certain words should be chanted together. Certain sentences should be chanted together. So that has to be done like that only. Otherwise the meaning changes. So the Vedas, when they chant, so all these things has to be taken care of. Om Vishnurnukam Viryani Pravocanya Parthivani Vimame Rajagam Siyo Askabhaya Duttaragam Sadastam Vichakramanastrado Durgayo Vedo Raratamasi Vishnu O Prishtamasi Vishnu Snaptre Esto Vishnu Shurasi Vishnu O Stromasi Vaishnavamasi Vishnavetva. This is one mantra. It has to be chanted in one breath. So that is called Santanaha. So these are the 6 things which one has to learn in Siksha, so that when we listen to the Vedas, we understand the Vedas. So Varnas, Svaraha, Matra, Balam, Sama, Santanaha, Ityukta, Iksha, Dhyayaha. But just by knowing Varna will not be suffice. Through these varnas we make words, and those words should words have to be made sentences. So the sentences should be made with proper syntax and all. So there are rules about making words and making sentences. So those rules are what we call Vyakarana. And that is what I said, this Panini also has written this Vyakarana Sutras. So there is a fixed law of how those words are utilized, how they are used, how they are made. There are certain words, the roots, those verbs and words have their roots. And from the roots the verbs are made, the names are made. So there are rules about them. Like Rama. So that name Rama in different declination becomes different. Ramo Rajamani Sada Vijayate Ramam Ramesham Bhaje Rama Rama Ramena Bihita Nishacharachamo Ramaya Tasmai Namaha Ramanasti Parayanam Parataram Ramasya Dasosmyaham Rame Chittalaya Sada Bhavatu Me Bho Ramama Muddhara. So that Rama Nama in first case is Ramaha, then Ramam, Ramena, Ramaya, Ramat, Ramasya, Bho Rama. Like that in different declinations it becomes different. So all this one has to know through the Sanskrit grammar. So grammar is very important. Through grammar only we know the meaning of the sentence properly. And this grammar is also actually very strange. The grammar is also anadi. It is also known by us from beginningless time. Therefore, certain things, when it is conveyed, like come here, go there, we come to know about it. This cannot be explained. If some person doesn't know what is the meaning of come here, it's very difficult to teach that person what is the meaning of that term come here. Even some dogs and cats and all, they can learn only few things, because that is the limit of their understanding. But human beings can learn more. So grammar is like the mouth of the Vedas. Vyakarana it is called. So Shiksha is the nose, grammar is the mouth, and Nirukta is the ear. Nirukta means the meaning, the dictionary. If we want to know Vedas, we should know the meaning of each and every word properly. So that which gives us the knowledge of the meaning is called Nirukta. It's like a dictionary. So every word can be understood, and some of the meaning of the word is hidden in the word only. So if we know Nirukta properly, we will be able to comprehend the meaning by analyzing the word. Like we talked about the word Upanishad. So Upa, Ni and Shad. So with the help of these words, this word is made. Upa, Ni and Shad. These are three words. So Upa and Ni are Upasarga, prefixes. And Shad is the word, which is prefixed by Upa and Ni. So with the help of this, the Upanishad word is made. But exactly what is the meaning of the word Upanishad, we should learn from this Nirukta. So that's called Nirukta. Then there is Jyotish. Jyotish are the eyes of the Vedas. Jyotish talk about the time and the beauty of this time. So the time Ganana is done in Jyotish based on the movement of the planets, movement of the sun, the moon, the movement of the galaxy. So we are living in that in this Milky Way galaxy, and in this Milky Way galaxy we have our sun, and there are those planets which move around the sun. Then we are living on Earth, and from Earth we have this satellite moon which revolves around the Earth. So based on this revolution of the moon, we have the days, like the tithis, the 15 days of bright fortnight and 15 of dark fortnight. So Dakshin, Krishna Paksha and Shukla Paksha. But then the earth also takes 365 days to take a round of the sun. So based on this 365 days, we have that 1 year. But that earth along with the sun also takes certain period to take a round of the entire galaxy. So based on this round of the sun, there are those yugas, the Kali Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, and Treta Yuga, Satya Yuga. All this, the whole calendar is there in the sky. And the one who knows the knowledge of this is called Jyotish. Because the Vedas talk about the various karma kandas, which has to be done on a specific day, specific time. So for that we should know the science of time. So that science of time is what is called the Jyotish. Then there are Chanda. Chanda, all these mantras in the Vedas are written in particular meter, poetic meter, like Anushtup Chanda is there. So they are written in different meters. So we should have the knowledge of those meters also in order to understand the Vedas. So that knowledge of the meters are called Chanda, and Chanda is like the feet of the Vedas. With the help of Chanda, as though the Vedas move. But the Vedas, they talk about the karma also, that what we should do, the yajnas and homa, various karma. So the knowledge of those karma which are revealed in the Vedas are called kalpa. science of that, all those yajnas and homa and all, is revealed in Kalpa. And that Kalpa is like the arms of the Vedas. So Shiksha nose, Vyakarana mouth, Nirukta ears, Jyotis eyes, what you call Kalpa hands, and Chanda feet. These are the limbs of the Vedas. So with the help of these limbs, we are able to understand the Vedas and take help of the Vedas. So Vedas are the Pratishtha. And Satyam Ayatanam. And Satyam is the Ayatanam, is the firm foundation. So with this sadhana of Tapa, Dhamma, Karma, then Veda along with their Angas and Satyam, when we follow this sincerely, we become fit to gain Brahma Vidya. Okay? So this is a very important and interesting. Then one more verse, mantra is remaining that we will see tomorrow. And also we will see the summary of this entire Upanishad. So till then you take care, be happy, safe, peaceful, healthy. Do your work, do your sadhana. Listen to the pravachan again, contemplate, understand the beauty and importance of the Vedas. They are most amazing. They are most amazing, most wonderful, mysterious, an expression of Brahma. And we shall meet again tomorrow. Hari Om. Shri Ram, Jaya Ram, Jaya Jaya Ram. 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 Jaya Jaya Ram, Jaya Jaya Ram. Boliye Siyavar Ramachandra Bhagwan ki Jai. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.